Hello and welcome back to Song Reaction Analysis with your girl JVB. How are you guys doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, for your comments, for your likes, for subscribing. If you haven't yet, hit that button. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And of course, always, I appreciate your recommendations for the songs and artists on this channel. I'm having such a blast, and I can't tell you how inspiring it is to me to discover new talent and rediscover old talent. Someone that it's new for someone and old for someone else, and I love this so much. So thank you for that. With no further ado, we have another warning reaction today of their album that you guys have recommended I should go over. The Queen of Murder Scene, or Queen of the Murder Scene, is the album. And I told you guys I'm just going to go over every song. So today, Crimson Queen is the second song on the album. At least that's what I was told. And what I want to do is I want to listen to the album version first, and then I want to see the live performance. So if you're up for that, let's do this. And I also want to go over the lyrics first to see what the song is all about. And I already kind of did, but I just want to share it with you guys so that we're on the same kind of, page here. So with no further ado, let's do this. I'm really excited because these girls are so talented, and I'm really enjoying exploring them more, So let's check it out. I'm gonna do the album version. I should probably put my headphones on first.
There's something that you make me feel. Can't put my finger on it. The feeling leaves me trembling. I don't know what it is that you do. Makes a spark but doesn't stop the conundrum in my heart. I know love shows in mysterious ways. Still my screaming makes no sound, just silence at the roundabout. Yeah, there is no rose without its thorns. Prickled fingers are just part of the ways into the heart.
I really like her voice. It sounds so beautiful and clean. It's definitely there's already like 2 verses before the chorus, so that's very interesting. Songwriting is so beautiful because there's endless ways to do it, and so I like the structure so far. It kind of draws you in like to the story, and her voice is beautiful. I love her little vibrato in there, so let's go back.
Makes no sound, just silence at the roundabout.
And I love that line, silence at the roundabout.
Yeah, there is no rose without its thorns. Prickled fingers are just part of the ways into the heart. I can't always be there to stop all the bleeding. Your words are misleading. There's more to it than just wishing to be found. 'Cause you are my fantasy. I don't know what that means, but I know that you amuse my soul.
Oh, okay. as a songwriter, I'm really digging where she was going in the chorus. That was very powerful, you know? It was so mellow and slowly building. And then, whoa, she went up there and really, you know, going up in range, which that chorus, usually that's what you want to do, right? Because it's like a highlight, it's like the meat of the story. And that was freaking beautiful. Her voice sounds so beautiful. I really like that. I did not expect that, and it was very satisfying and surprising at the same time. Production is absolutely stunning. Also, that I want to hear this one more time. It was really beautiful. What a great line too. That you bemuse my soul.
I don't know the meaning of that glance.
Oh,
The way that it seems to dance always leaves me in a trance. What's the reason for that smile you wear? Wishing that it was for me never made me feel so weak. I can't always be there to stop all the bleeding. Your words are
Oh my God.
misleading. There's more to it than just wishing to be found.
okay, before I keep going. Wow. That is such a great, powerful pre-chorus. I can't always be there to stop all the bleeding. Your words are misleading. There's no more to it than just wishing to be found. There's more to it than just wishing to be found. That is such a powerful lead into the chorus. Wow. Man, that is such mature songwriting. And not only that, but the second, so after the first chorus, coming back into the verses, I loved the little instrumentation that was added, that was not there. Like, it's so important in songwriting to always kind of build the song and not have exactly the same things happening in the first verse as in the second verse. You know, the first verse should be a bit more sparse, and then the second one builds more. So there's like a lot more going on. There's this little, it's almost like a banjo sounding. Like, hold on, right here.
To stop all me
Like right there.
you were wishing that it was for me never made
Oh, like
me
this
feel so
sitar?
weak. I can't
And the bass is different.
always be
That's
there
something.
to stop all the bleeding.
Oh.
Your words are misleading. There's more to it than just wishing to be found. 'Cause you
Oh God, this is so good.
fantasy. I don't know what that means, but I know
Whoa.
that you bemuse my soul. So here's to loving you. Raise the glass in front of you. Drink for me, I'll be your crimson queen.
Wow. Holy moly. I did not expect that. Her voice sounds so powerful and so emotional. That is such a well written, well crafted song and production, music production. Absolutely mind blowing. I didn't know what to expect. And what's really interesting too is that, in songwriting, a lot of times the name of the song, the song title is usually in the hook. In this song, the song title is the last word. How awesome is that? I really, really love that. I think this is so great that she did not once give us that name, that title until the very end. This is absolutely brilliant, very beautiful lyric, and the melody, everything is just there. And I really like the little changes that were happening in the second verse, and then really making the last chorus even more powerful, and then her singing even more, her belting was just like, oh, okay, let's check out the live performance. The Warning, Crimson Queen live at the Whiskey Go Go, January 2020. Man, let's go.
There's something that you make me feel. Can't put my finger on it. The feeling leaves me trembling. I don't know what it is that you do. Makes a spark but doesn't stop. The conundrum in my heart. I know love shows in mysterious ways. Still my screaming makes no sound, just silence at the roundabout. Yeah, there is no rose without its thorns. Wrinkled fingers are just part of the ways into the heart. I can't always be there to stop all the bleeding. Your words are misleading. There's more to it than just wishing to be found.
Have not disappointed me yet. It's one of those songs that when you just have your guitar in your hand and your voice, there's nothing you can hide behind, And I think her voice is just so powerful, so strong, and look at the crowd. They're all just like mesmerized. It's absolutely mind blowing. Very, very talented. Let's go back to here. And I love how they're all just letting her really have her moment, because it's just her. There's no reason to stand up and stand around. So it's just her. And then I know they're going to kick in a minute. But let's go back to here. Very powerful. I like it.
To be found, 'cause you are
Yes.
my fantasy. I don't know what that means, but I know that you amuse my soul.
Nice.
I don't know the meaning of that glance, the way that it seems to dance.
See how her voice
Always
changes
leaves
there?
me in a trance. What's the reason for that smile you wear? Wishing that it was for me, never made me feel so weak. I can't always be there to stop all the bleeding. Your words are misleading.
I really love their melodies. So I think they have a little bit of a backing track going on, unless she's doing some looping, but I don't think she is. So, which is fine. I used to have backing tracks. And it's so cool to me, like, to see the whiskey. But I love the melodies. She is just really giving the song justice playing live. And that's when you know a band is really good, when they can do that. Absolutely amazing. But you hear a little boom, 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 boom. And it's a cool, like, little add-on in the verse.
'Cause you are my fantasy. I don't know what that means, but I know that you amuse my soul. So here's to loving you. Raise the glass in front of you. Drink for me, for me. I'll be your crimson queen.
That was really good. I really like that. I wish she would have stood up though, like, but it was kind of cool. I mean, yeah, it's I'm sure if you were in the show, if you were there, which I wasn't, but like if you were there, it kind of makes sense that like if there's a song that's a bit more mellow, that everybody kind of steps back and lets her shine. And man, she really threw down. Like, I'm so impressed with her voice, how she's belting it, and her pitch was really good. And because that's not an easy song to sing, live. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not an easy song to sing, but it's definitely a song that if you make a mistake, it's like, again, what I said earlier, you can't really hide it. It's not like there's a whole band like rocking out. These girls are super talented, and that is a really powerful, strong song that, I always think of like songwriting and the use of a song, because I do also film and TV music stuff. So I definitely feel like this is a song that could be like in an outro, like in the credits, the end credits in a film, or even like within the film. But like I can see that like as a like nice end credit song, because it's like, so it's a story to kind of sum up the story. Very, I mean, brilliant lyrics and very, very strong melody and very strong vocals and musicianship. I feel like the way they built the song is super powerful, and I think it's so clever that they used the title at the very end. Because see, songwriting, we always are told like, there's certain song structures and you have to stick to that. And I feel like in songwriting, it's good to know rules and follow some of those rules, but then it's great to break those rules, because otherwise there would never be anything groundbreaking or different and exciting, right? Because then everything would be so predictable. And the beautiful thing about a beautiful, great song is always there's a little bit of surprise that you did not quite expect. And that's, to me, what makes a song great. And then also, of course, like familiar melodies where you feel like, man, I kind of heard that before, but you haven't. But there's familiarity there that I hear in this song. It's like, it sounds like something you could have heard before, but it's fresh and it's new, and it's definitely, I hear the authenticity in their music. I hear her authenticity in the voice, in just the way the three sisters have like this great chemistry going on, very, very strong, awesome song. I'm really excited to check out the next song after this from this album, and trust me, I will get to the new stuff as well, but I think it's cool to like hear where they came from and then see where they are now, and I will eventually catch up or maybe I'll skip in between and throw a brand new one in. If you really want me to, so in the comments below, let me know. Should I continue with this album? Or should I jump a little bit back and forth, which could be fun too, right? Because I am really excited to hear what they're up to now, and I never listen to anything until I review it, because otherwise it's kind of ruined. Like, it's not ruined, but then I already heard it, you know? And I want to give you guys, like, whenever possible, my first time reaction. So with that said, guys, make every day a good day. Stay positive whenever you can, and just know that things will always work out. So I think we don't want to worry so much. Like, there's a lot of people who worry so much, and worry is not good for us, and it doesn't really solve any problems. So instead, just like know and focus on all the things you have control over, and that at the end things will always work out, especially if you truly believe that. Because if you look back into your past, you know that you're here now, and so you've survived and overcome a lot of things. So you can and will do that, because I think sometimes we all struggle with that, you know, where we just like feel, oh my God, you know, how do I get out of this, whatever. But there's always hope. There's always a brand new day, a brand new opportunity to start over and start again, and never stop believing, never stop dreaming, and always follow your heart and your intuition, because that is never wrong. And your inner child always wants to come out and play and explore. So with that said, I love you guys so much. Thank you for this suggestion and recommendation, and I will see you in the next one. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot. And if you like what I'm wearing, jump onto the Jack Van B site. I have limited editions that are actually physical products, and once they're gone, they're gone. I'm actually closing my shop and move everything into digital products, because it's just less hassle.